You said if a prince can be held accountable, so can a president. I'll ask you the question again. You said that right after Prince Andrew was arrested and charged with a crime. That's what accountability means to you. What crime should Donald Trump be charged with?
Well, Donald Trump was investigated by the FBI for abuse of a minor, and there are multiple statements from witnesses that the FBI took as tips and they investigated as allegations. Those, as far as we know, were never taken fully to the fullest extent of their investigation.
Okay, hold on. First of all,
we need to be asking important questions about
but you
what
know, ma'am,
happened.
that's not what you said, though. That's not what you said. You said he should be held accountable in the way he should be arrested. No, ma'am.
I didn't come on your program
I came on to get answers, and you're not answering the question.
You're not answering the question. To present the facts to the American public, which is the files are there. There are 3 million files available for the public to view themselves. I don't have to argue with you on the air. Just go read the files, my friend.
Right, and the files do not show evidence beyond a reasonable doubt to indict anybody. You're telling me that Merrick Garland and the Biden DOJ that made up crimes to charge Donald Trump with had files that show he should be indicted as a pedophile and they didn't do it? Come on.
I did not make that statement. What I have
That's what you're saying.
I know. What I have stated is that the FBI investigated credible tips against the President of the United States. And if you have not viewed those documents yourself, I encourage you to do so.
Okay. And obviously, multiple DOJs, including Democratic DOJs, decided that there was not evidence to indict him. You have said in your tweet...
Can I ask you, have you read the tip sheets yourself? Because I've read them, and I read the unredacted version.
I have read many of them.
Did you read the FBI files and the tip sheets in which multiple witnesses provided evidence?
You're not allowed to come on here and slander people. The question is,
I'm not slandering anyone.
Why would if these were okay? You haven't gotten back to the question at hand, which was what should Donald Trump be charged with? And I don't think you're willing to say anything because you realize if you say something like that, you can be sued for libel and slander, and you're not willing to say it.
Sir, I'm not a law enforcement agent. I am a member of the Oversight Committee, which is conducting oversight over the largest cover-up in American history and the miscarriage of justice.
So should Merrick Garland be indicted?
Justice's prosecution of these crimes, and I'm reporting to you and to the American public what the FBI and DOJ files say.
So obviously what the files also say is that the FBI found those tips to be not credible.
No.
Otherwise, their indictment would have been brought.
No, we have not
That's
seen
how it works.
Any evidence, sir.
Okay, so let me ask you, hold on, let me ask you a question. Okay,
that has been made available. And if the administration was fully complying with the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which they have not, then possibly there might be additional evidence, but there is not currently evidence that there was
no evidence for an indictment. So we can agree on that.
No,
last question for you. Last question for you.
That's not factual.
Last question for you.
Let me completely unfactual.
Except there's been no facts to prove contrary. But let me just ask you a quick question.
You can just go read the files.
Let me ask you a quick question. I know that. I've done that. I've done that.
Millions of Americans can go do that yourself.
And no one has presented evidence that Donald Trump should be indicted. Let me just ask you a quick question.
All you got to do is use your own eyes. Let me just ask you one more question. All you have to do is read them.
I know. Thank you. Here's the last question for you. Should Bill Clinton, you're so concerned with Donald Trump, should Bill Clinton be, quote unquote, held accountable too? Should he be charged with a crime?
I don't know if he should be charged, but can you let me finish my sentence? If there is credible evidence, which there may be because he is also listed in the FBI files, then he should be held accountable.
You don't seem very concerned about it. It's shocking.
Every individual. I know this doesn't fit with your script, sir, but I'm answering.
I don't have a script, actually. I'm just talking to you.
I genuinely believe that anybody who has committed an act of sexual violence against any person should be held accountable.
100% agree with you there if there's evidence of sexual violence. Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, thank you very much. Moving on.